What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering. It's really not uncommon to have people on the left saying just maybe the most insane, unhinged stuff you've ever heard. Whether it's people who are out there for pro-Palestine right now, all the way back to, Occupy Wall Street, and all sorts of stuff like that. Well, two particular leftist content creators have taken the cake over the past few years. That, of course, being Hasan, babies are settlers and should be erased. I'm sorry, babies are invaders or something like that. Hasan, Hamas Piker, and of course his former friend, Ethan Klein, who shared wild comments about suggesting people do something very stupid to an NRA convention. Well, far leftist YouTuber Hasan Piker has now shared, or at least it's being reported, a infographic or a how-to on how to end a Republican senator. Shared it on Twitter. Of course, that tweet violated Twitter policies. I just don't understand. It's like these people don't have any sense of responsibility. A month ago, this guy was crying because his viewership was only at 14,000 live viewers. Man, I'd love if I had 14,000 people live tuning in at 5:30 Eastern, Monday through Friday, either on Rumble or on YouTube. But he was talking about, about leaving the planet because he only had 14,000 live viewers, and he had his unhinged fans yelling at him because he was drinking Diet Pepsi or something like that. Well, in this latest controversy, far left YouTuber tells 1.6 million people to end a GOP senator. Far left YouTube personality Hasan Piker appears to be encouraging his social media followers to do something very, very odd. So you see, far left YouTube personality Hasan Piker appears to be encouraging his social media followers to end Senator Tom Cotton. In a post on X, formerly Twitter, which has now been removed for violating X rules, who is also known as Hassan Abi, responded to calls by Tom Cotton for the average American to stand up to pro-Hamas demonstrators who block bridges and road traffic with an image of an improvised weapon, which at least 1.6 million people have viewed. So again, if I could see the tweet, if it wasn't deleted, you'd see a lot of people responding. Of course, this is a indirect threat to a member of Congress. It's also considered a felony under federal law. Offenders who often charged under 18 U.S. Code 875C, which states that whoever transmits in interstate or foreign commerce any communication containing any kind of threat to do any kind of things shall be fined. So could he be facing federal crime for this? I mean, if you look at the image, obviously the tweet that Tom Cotton put out was kind of a dumb one. I'll say that because it's like he's talking about, oh, well, if people are blocking the roads and you should move them out of the way yourself. Well, we'd love to, but we get arrested for that. Even the cops won't do that. I think this was Senator Tom Cotton who said this. Yeah. Now, I don't see that if he's responded. It doesn't appear that he's responded to it. But you see here, no one has the right to block traffic on major highways, period. Anyone who does so shouldn't be surprised if their fellow motorists remove them by force. Well, the problem is we're the ones that get arrested. The cops stand there and do nothing because they'll get fired. You want regular citizens to put our livelihoods at risk? No, thanks. How about you tell the police to do their job? That would be nice. I don't mind if people want to protest. They have that right. They have a First Amendment right to do so, but they don't get to, block roads and do all this kind of stuff. That's not peacefully gathering, and when Tom Cotton encourages people to take matters into their own hand, I don't agree with that tweet either. But what's interesting is if you look at, I don't know if anybody, I don't know if anybody actually saved it, but it would be very odd. You see, I really hate Tom Cotton, but this is still Hasan threatened to end a sitting U.S. senator. So here's the initial tweet. And he's quote tweeting it. And he's showing you basically how to make your own weapon at home. I mean, this is a very stupid idea. 22,000 likes. He's going to get charged. Breaking Leftist leader Hasan Piker has reportedly been arrested. I don't think that's true. That seems unlikely. This seems like fake news. I don't think so. The police have repaid. Nah, this didn't happen. This is what I hate about what I hate about about X right now. Like that, I don't think that's. It's just an AI picture or something like that. There's absolutely no. There's no news on that. But he should be. He should be. You don't get to make these threats. You see, dang, Hasan's viewership must have tanked if he's out here openly calling for people to end Tom Cotton. For anyone who's not in the know, this is a makeshift weapon used in the assassination of Shinzo Abe, which Hasan also celebrated. Both are bad and cringe takes, but 95% of people online have a effing clue who Tom Cotton was before that tweet, but we all know Hasan. The moderate and humane position is to be strongly critical of both Hasan and Tom Cotton. Yeah, I think, Tom Cotton, who had tweeted out, I encourage people who get stuck behind pro-Hamas mobs blocking traffic to take matters into your own hands and get them out of your way. He really shouldn't have said that because, first of all, that is some level of incitement, even if I agree with him, okay? Even if I agree, first of all, if you go out there and you run them down, or you go out there and you rip them and you hurt them, or you go out there and you get in some sort of physical altercation, guess what? You're going to go to jail. That's just how the system is right now. What needs to happen is the police need to drag them out of the street and put them in jail. Tom Cotton, you should run over protesters. Hasan posts whimsical contraption. It's not a whimsical contraption. It's a very specific image used to say this, I love Tom Cotton, and it's still Hasan threatening to end a sitting U.S. senator. I mean, this is so stupid. Absolute moron. Piker, a Turkish American, has a history of engaging in radical politics and making threats against those who he deems political enemies. The former producer for the progressive internet show The Young Turks, Hasan Piker went after Dan Crenshaw, who lost an eye while serving in Afghanistan during a Twitch stream back in 2019. What the F is wrong with this dude? Did he go to war and literally lose his eye because some mujahideen, a brave soldier, effed his eye hole? Piker ranted to his viewers. He followed up on his comments on Crenshaw, declaring that America deserved 9/11. I mean, that's, again, he's allowed to say that. Welcome to America. Enjoy your First Amendment. But people are allowed to have a reaction to it. People are allowed to be pissed about it. Despite being a self-described leftist and democratic socialist, Piker has lived a life of comfort and luxury. His lucrative social media enterprise on YouTube and Twitch have bolstered his family wealth, allowing Piker to purchase a $3 million mansion in West Hollywood, California. Piker is also the nephew of the founder of Young Turks Show and a radical progressive activist, Cenk Uygur. Well, I mean, do we think he's going to get arrested? This is after Hasan was, going to end himself because he doesn't get enough Twitch viewers. Is this for his Twitch viewers? It's very interesting to see. I wonder, it's very interesting to see if you could mine the archives. I'm sure somebody archived this tweet, but no, I think this is pretty close. This is pretty close. Pretty close to a threat. Will they visit anything? I mean, yeah, but it's also in response to a sitting U.S. senator calling for vigilantism to take it upon U.S. citizens, so it's not really going to shed a tear. I think it's both bad. And people are trying to say this is a meme. It isn't. There's actually a deeper understanding. This is the exact same weapon that was used to take out another political foe. I don't think, he's just posting a picture of an interesting contraption. 23,000 likes. That's who these people really are. We all know what this is. We know how it works. It's an improvised contraption meant to take somebody's life if you don't have the means to purchase a weapon or things of that nature. And that's what he meant. It was a direct threat. And now they're going to say, oh, it's like Schrodinger's douchebag, right? I was just joking. Well, I don't know what kind of interaction this tweet had, but I would suspect that if I'm Tom Cotton, I'd be sending Secret Service over to interview Hasan Abi over this. Because when you wield this kind of political power, you have these many people, you know, tuning into your show, watching it, things of that nature. Yes, it is the responsibility of the person who does the bad action, you know, for said action. If somebody went out and did something like that, sure. But you also don't have to give them a literal blueprint on how to do it. And of course, Hasan will, you know, what if you have some psychopath who's like, oh yeah, I'm going to go do it. Hasan, remember me forever, Hasan. And then they do that. You know, I don't think you really need to be giving people a push. Again, both people are wrong. I don't think Tom Cotton should have been tweeting telling people to take things into their own hands. That's stupid. And also, you know, the legal system isn't set up to protect us for that. But what Hasan did is also equally stupid. And I suspect he'll be getting some sort of visit from law enforcement. What do you think? Do you think that this is a threat? Do you think he'll be visited? Who can say? Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, please do subscribe or follow down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.